Do you find yourself searching through your fabric stash for the perfect coordinates? Do you strive to be more confident in your color combinations? If you answered yes or just love fabric, then a subscription to Goodies Color Club is for you. Goodies Bundle Club is a quarterly subscription program with carefully curated fabric bundles by me sent right to your doorstep. I handpick every fabric in each delivery with 12 half-yard pieces, which will only be available to Goodies Bundle Club members. In addition to an exclusive Stash Builder bundle, each delivery includes a booklet of information on the fabrics I have chosen, the fabric designer, additional fabric suggestions to use with the bundle, and quilt patterns that would be a perfect pairing with the fabric. Hi, my name is Gudrun from GE Designs. Welcome to our live show, Tipsy Tuesday. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. Kopi saying hi with his tail over there. Thank you for being here, whether you're watching us on Facebook or YouTube. Make sure you tell us where you're tuning in from and your name. Keep commenting throughout the show, and if you haven't done so yet, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, or if you prefer Facebook, like our page and sign up for notifications so that you won't miss a thing whenever we go live. Of course, Mr. HP is behind the scenes there, controlling everything except for what I say. And make sure you give us some thumbs up and hearts and keep commenting throughout the show. And you want to stick around the whole show because we have a giveaway question at the end. You have a chance to win a $25 gift card. Everybody, on today's show, I'll be answering all of your questions on London Calling, our mystery block of the month, about to start soon. I will also give you a great tip of the day. And of course, I've got tons of new fabrics to show you. Great things. So stick around, everybody. But let's start with announcing our winner from last week. I asked you, our giveaway question was, what is your favorite thing to eat or make from apples. And our winner is Sue Bueller. Congratulations, Sue. Just sent us an email to help@gequiltdesigns.com and we will get you that gift card. Sue likes to make apple dumplings. I don't think I've ever had that. Have you had apple dumplings?
No apple dumplings for me.
Well, I guess we got to find out what that is.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's like a baked good, or is it like cooked in a pan? I'm not sure. Well,
Question.
something we haven't found.
Maybe our folks out there will tell us.
Yeah, they'll tell us. All right, let's talk about our quilts. Behind us, on the set behind me is Stroll in Paris, my first ever mystery block of the month. And since it is now almost October, almost Halloween time, if I position myself correctly, I got horns. I got trees coming out of my head.
You little devil.
And then on this side, I have a couple of Halloween placemats made from a panel and this border fabric that we have, and I love those. The play on those are very simple. And then on the other side, we have a Quilt As You Go table runner from my Fast and Furious home book called Broken Glass. And then you got a gorgeous quilt behind you.
Gorgeous.
Yes, this was photographed on your long arm, wasn't it? This is Trixie, made from our Evermore fabric bundle that we do have in stock. The quilting on it is just beautiful. It is, I believe it's from Creative Stitches. I don't remember the name of it, but we'll get that to you. It's fresh, so binding is just fresh on, so we haven't even photographed it yet. But we love it. I love how it turned out. We added a border to it, and it just really frames it. Looks really nice. All right, so I want to start with talking about a little new feature on our website. And most of you probably haven't noticed unless you are one of our international customers. So we have now just upgraded to a service it's all through Shopify. So what you can do now is you can see on our website, if you're located in a different country, it will switch to your own currency. There's a drop-down menu if you like to see it in US dollars or any other currency. You can change the currency of all of our prices. And in some instances, it will also offer you a translation to our website, which I'm excited. I think we have German and Spanish automatic, and I think there's more options as well, based on where you are. So it finds your geolocation, and then it kind of automatically does that, but you can always switch it back if you prefer something else. And with that, we also have changed how we do our international shipments. We can now offer much better service to our customers. That is, we can edit orders, we can add to orders, and offer great, very economic shipping with all of your landed cost paid, if you prefer that, through DHL. And hopefully other shippers will join this setup, so maybe we will have the opportunity to offer FedEx again. But we're excited about it. It comes with so many extras, and there were some things previously that was always a hassle for us, so we're excited about that. Also, of course, if you watched us last week, we were in the middle of doing I was doing my first Stripology instructor certification. And so we're excited. I'm very excited about this venture. And especially now that we are going to offer this first ever class here in our classroom that's called Master Your Stripology Rulers. So this 6-hour class, this is also our first time offering a Saturday class, which is awesome. It's going to be 9 to 4. And so what you do in that class is we go through all of the things that the rulers can do. So you will learn really to utilize your rulers to the max, try all these things, cutting strips and rectangles and squares, and then moving on to working with diagonals, cutting triangles and parallelograms, And then we're going to learn how to stripologize basic units like your half square triangles, quarter square triangles, and of course the flying geese using the G-Easy way, or the no crying flying geese. The no crying flying geese. But also we'll work on all these things in the morning, and then in the afternoon we'll work on the back home table topper. So you can sign up for this class. Here it's in the classroom, so it's in person, and you can sign up if you don't want to bring your machine. You can sign up to use one of our machines, sewing machines, or you can bring your own. So it's on our website. You can sign up now. But I'm excited about this one because that was kind of the main thing about the new book, is now to be able to offer these types of classes where you can come in and really learn how all the rulers work. So that's exciting. I'll be teaching that class, just a half-day version of it, at Road to California in January. So I have 2 classes. I'm not sure if they're all sold out yet. I believe they were really close. At least one was already sold out. But you can check that out if you come into Road to California. All right. Any questions on that? All right, lots of interesting stuff. Love my book. Yes, thank you. It's great. We hear such great feedback. I just heard a lady that came into the showroom today that was just praising it because she had to do some flying geese, and she remembered she hadn't even done it yet. She grabbed it and made no crying flying geese. You never go back. You just never go back. All right. With that, talking about flying geese, let's see our tip of the day. So we've been kind of working on this flying geese method, but there was one trimming. We talked about the method. I showed you the method a few Tuesdays ago, and then we saw how to trim it with the squared ruler and the mini, and now it's the quarters mini. So what does the quarters mini do? You can make flying geese that have a 1/4 inch increment. And so it's a little bit different technique. So you still they make the units the same. It's just the trimming. So here it is, how to square flying geese or trim flying geese with the Stripology quarters mini ruler. Now we're going to trim flying geese units with the Stripology quarters mini ruler. That would be if your flying geese unit, finished flying geese unit, has a 1/4 inch increment. And this you will find here on page 22. The chart is here below. And we're of course going to start with making our G-Easy flying geese. I have that made here. And I needed flying geese that would finish at 2 1/4 by 4 1/2 inches. So I am going to find that here in my chart. I made this using a 7 1/2 inch square of the background and 6 inch square of the dark fabric. So now I'm going to follow this, and these are going to be the cuts I make. 3 steps. Blue is step 1, green step 2, and pink is step 3. So let's take a look. I start by marking up my ruler with my ruler stickers. So I have my blue to mark my step 1s. That's going to be at the 0 slit and at the 2 3/4. Now you will notice with the Stripology quarters mini ruler that the steps are the same for the first 2. Both the blue and green. So I'm not going to bother with marking the green because I would be putting it right on top of my blue arrows anyway. So I'm going to move right on to step 3, which is my pink, and that's going to be a cut on the 0 and the 5 inch. So I'm going to put a pink arrow right here on the 0 and then also on the 5 inch slit. That's going to be my part 3 or step 3 trim. But let's start with the unit here. So in this case, which is different from the other rulers, we're going to start with the unit on the right side. So these 2 seams, we want to find the black lines on the quarters mini ruler here coming out to the edge, and those black dotted lines are going to get lined up with those two seams. Once you have those lined up right there in the corner, I'm going to make my 2 cuts with through the blue, through the 0, and then the 2 3/4. So now we have this one cut apart, but we still have to trim the other one. So we're going to turn this part so that the flying geese is pointing to the left, and just repeat that exact same process. So aligning the dotted line on the seams, make our cuts through 0 and 2 3/4. And there we have, now we have 2. Now all that's left is trimming the sides. So now I'm going to be using the dotted white line coming from the 0 and extending up here. So we're just going to align this dotted white line with the side seam here, and then we have a black line on the bottom that we're going to align with the bottom cut edge of this flying geese. And now I'm going to make my last cuts through the 0 and the 5. And now we have a perfectly trimmed block ready to become a 2 1/4 by 4 1/2 inch finished flying geese. There it is, and this is the only way to trim the 1/4 inch increments. Now, of course, that means that the height has a 1/4 inch increment, so maybe 3 1/4, and then the width is double that, so maybe 6 1/2. So it's yeah. Sometimes we need that unique size, and you can stripologize any pattern. All right, so any questions on this or the quarters mini ruler? That's the 4th ruler that just came out earlier this summer. And so new. Lots of you got it already though, and I think a lot of you are already making good use of it. All right, so we are very excited about kicking off our London Calling, our newest mystery block of the month. And we've been talking about it since April, so it's been a while, and now we're counting down the days finally until we kick it off. I wanted to take some time to answer questions to make sure everything is clear, and anything you might have, any questions you might have about the program, about how it works. But I want to explain to those that weren't around, maybe when we did Stroll in Paris or London Calling. No, not London Calling. Christmas in Europe. So those are my first 2 mystery blocks of the month. So first off, it is a mystery quilt. So we cannot share much about the quilt itself or the blocks, except for the quilt size will be 84 by 86. And we can share that the fact that it's going to take you on a journey through the city of London, visiting some of the, places to be and places not to miss, some of the culture and the history. And then you will receive a pattern each month. It's delivered digitally. So you will receive a PDF pattern and a video class where I take you through the whole thing of making each block in a video. So the program starts on October 15th, and that's when the first block will go live in your account. So you just log into your account on gequiltdesigns.com, and that's where you can download the pattern and then stream the videos as many times as you need. So this is why we've been talking about the digital package. So if you want to participate, all you need is either purchase the full 14-month package, which is now at a special price until October 1st. So make sure you snatch that up. And so the special pricing is for the full 14 months. So it's a 14-month program. We start on October 15th, and then our last block will be November 15th, 2024. That's when you will finally see the reveal of how the whole quilt is put together. So it's going to be a long journey, but a really fun one. So all you need is that. If you want to participate, if you prefer to purchase 1 month at a time to break down the price, you can do so. That will be just an individual, you can buy individual months, one at a time, and they'll always go live on that 15th of each month. So you can't purchase them, ahead of time, just when it comes out. We'll release the individual months. Now, talking about fabric, if you want to participate and you want to find your own fabrics or use what you got, when you purchase the digital package, the whole package, you will receive a fabric requirement sheet that has all the yardage you need and swatch images, so you can kind of try and match it if you want to. But let's talk about the fabric kit that we offer as well. So that's a separate purchase. So we do have an exclusive fabric kit available for the kit. For the quilt. It is all printed by Lewis and Irene, which is a UK-based fabric company. We love their fabrics, but the fabrics are curated by me. So I was able to recolor some prints that they had, and then, of course, curate that main print that we're using for the backing, that London theme fabric. And so you can order the kit now. It's still showing as a pre-order on our website, but we will be shipping it here in the next week or two, and we'll get it out before the program starts. And so the kit includes a lot of fabric. It's almost 22 yards of fabric. It's a lot because we have the backing fabric, and then we have the backing fabric. And so all the fabrics that you need to create the whole quilt, including binding and backing. And because these are unique fabrics, some of them, so they're not available in other stores, I did include, so there's excessive yardage of some of the prints, just because, there's plenty of room if you make a little mistake, or if you like to make, something extra, just because these are hard, you won't be able to find them anywhere else. So I made sure that you have enough. A little bonus that you get in the kit, can you show this just overhead, that we haven't talked about yet? There is a quilt label that comes with a kit. I wanted this to be a little bit of a surprise. Now let's talk about those of you that reserved a kit beforehand. So we opened this up for reservations back in April. So if you reserved a kit, you probably at this point have received an invoice with that special pricing for the reserved price. And so if you still want to purchase, you can just pay that invoice, and then you will get in line to your kit will get in line to be shipped. Those of you that already pre-ordered and paid for their whole kit, just hold on. I'm thinking that as soon as we hit next week, or end of this week probably, we'll start shipping everybody's pre-ordered kits as well. So there is also a specially curated little thread pack by Aurifil that I worked with Aurifil on, and I matched up all the colors that are in the fabrics and put together a small spools thread kit that is available right now and is ready to ship. And so this is going to be great to you can use it if you're going to quilt it yourself. You can use the threads. There's always a great deal when you buy a thread kit or a package like that, because these are all good colors that you're going to use all the time. So I wanted to say that too. For me, I love just the memorabilia of it too. So that one is available, and those of you that asked us to ship together, we'll be shipping it together with your threads and your fabrics. All right, so I put together a little video because we're all getting excited. One big reminder, if you have not purchased your digital package, because you will need that, and you wanted to buy the special price for all 14 months for $59.95, that is going to end October 1st. So we only got a few more days to take advantage of that. But I did put together a little video that I will be putting into everybody's accounts.
We did.
Well, yeah. You mostly did. I was the talent in it, I guess. Yeah, we put together a video. I'm calling it Before We Start. So it's a little bit of footage of me walking around London, and then I talk about all of the tools that I'm going to use throughout the whole program. And I recommend, some of them are optional, of course, but also like some things that I recommend doing beforehand. And so I think we should just take a look at the video. Hey, who's calling? London's calling. Ah! Let's go. I hope you're all excited to get started on our London Calling Mystery Block of the Month. So I thought I would give you some ideas to get ready, some things that will help you along that journey. First off, let's talk about a fabric. Whichever fabric you use, I do recommend treating them with either breast press, magic sizing, or even starch if that's what you prefer. My personal preference is the magic sizing or the best press. This is going to help give your fabrics a little bit of body. We're going to be working sometimes with small pieces, and it's going to make it so much more helpful and less fraying. Second, you want to make sure that your seam allowance is a great scant 1/4 inch. We're always going to use a scant 1/4 inch so that our seams are going to be perfect quarter once they are pressed. And I recommend using the Perfect Piecing Seam Guide just to measure, to check your seam allowance. There is a great video you can find on our YouTube channel called Piecing Accuracy, and you can get great tips there. So as for what kind of tools we're going to use throughout the course, I will be using the Stripology rulers, and yes, I will be using all of them. Now, of course, you don't necessarily need all of them. I recommend the XL. The Stripology squared is optional. It's nice for smaller things. And then I use both minis, both the Stripology squared mini and the Stripology quarters mini. You will also see me cutting on this Creative Grids cutting mats. I'll be using the Stripology side that I designed, as it has the helpful just lines that and nothing else to interrupt with the markings on the ruler. Of course, alongside the rulers, you're going to want some ruler stickers to help you cut through the right slots. So I'll be using both color packs for the whole mystery block of the month. Another optional items are the G-Easy point trimmers. These are not necessary. I show a couple of ways you can use them. So if you have them on hand, it's a great way to get them ready. The G-Easy organizing stickers are key to me organizing my pieces, and I will show you great tips how to do that. So the organizing stickers, of course, go with our organizing clips, so you can create your sets of numbers and letters. Now, I love sewing with Aurifil thread. So the thread color I choose, if you are using our fabric kit, our background is a little bit off-white with a little cream to it. So my color that I chose to use for this one is number 2000. It's called Light Sand, and I'm getting myself a big spool to be ready for the whole thing. Many of you know that I don't pin a lot, but there are certain instances where pinning is going to help your accuracy when you really need to match some things. So these are my newly discovered favorite piecing pins. It is the Magic pins with a flat head. So they are fine, made for patchwork, and I really love using them because that flat head makes it so easy to hold and arrange, and it lays flat. They are also heat resistant, so you can iron over those pins and not have to worry. There is a tiny little bit of applique, so you have the option of doing that fusible. My favorite fusible product is Heat and Bond Light, which always requires a little bit of machine stitching down, but I will be using this. My ironing is all going to be done with my Velocity iron from Reliable. Now I'll be pressing all my pieces on a wool pressing mat throughout the video, so you'll see that appear. And in the few instances we want to press our seams open, I love to use my pressing bar. It is covered with wool, and it really makes it so easy to press those seams open. Now, of course, I recommend getting your rotary cutter ready with some fresh new blades, and I recommend the Creative Grids blades. They are a great price point. You can get them in a 2-pack or a 5-pack for both sizes, 45mm and a 60mm cutter. So with that being said, I cannot wait to start the journey with you. We're counting down the days. So go ahead and get ready. Maybe get a new needle in the sewing machine, and we are ready to go. Well, there it is. I hope you're excited, as excited as I am. It's always so much fun when I've been working on something for a long time to see people's reaction when we finally release some things. But of course, Kobe had to be a part of the video, so I hope you saw Lord Kobe hiding there on the wall. Lord Kobe. I did see some questions. Iron is on its way. We have more irons coming. So they were back ordered for a little bit, but I think we have one coming. They shipped it already, so it should be here Thursday probably.
You gonna press all the fabric?
Oh, wondering about if I starch all of my fabric. I did not use best press on my backing and the border fabrics yet. So I did my whole background though. So of course it's a lot of background. It's 3.5 yards. You can cut it in half if you want to have a little easier way to do it all. But I laid it all down, all 3.5 yards open and sprayed it all. Steam or no steam? I steam. That's a personal preference. If you do pre-treat all your fabrics with best press or magic sizing or starch, you want to spray it or wet your fabrics all the way and let them all the way dry. And then I steam press. What's happening, sir? Are we still live? Okay. There's some things happening on the screen, so I don't know what's going on. And it won't leave. Anyway, so yes, I did all of my fabric except for that. So then after it's, starts, you want to give it a good press before you cut. So I always steam press throughout the whole process. But you don't wet it again. There's no need to spray it after you spray it once. All right? That's better. There's a bug in our system. I hope we're live. Yeah, we are. Okay, there was another question about something. I don't remember what it was. Do you remember what it was, sir? Okay, he's trying to fix the bugs. We're just going to continue on. So another question I saw, have all of the invoices been sent out for those that reserved a fabric kit? Yes, with the exclusion of our international customers that reserved a kit. Check your email because I just sent you an email earlier today. If you reserved and we sent you an invoice and you didn't receive it, check your spam, check all your folders, and if you don't find it, just email us help@gequiltdesigns.com and we can resend it to you. No big deal. So we want to make sure we have everybody covered. Where do you do all your pre-treating? So if I can get outside in this period of the year, not in the winter, I lay it out either on just a folding table outside. I spray them all, or sometimes even just on my patio. If it's winter, I just put it on my floor. I just lay down a sheet first. I do not super soak my fabrics. I personally don't like them super stiff, but I like a little bit of magic sizing or best press just to have a little bit more control, especially anything bias. And then what helps also, there's not as much fraying of fabrics when we do that beforehand. So when you're sewing. All right. Any other questions? I missed that one. What was it? Okay, great. Where did I hide my point trimmers? Make yourself a little zipper bag for your point trimmers. Or if you prefer to sew like with a little apron, make sure there's a little pocket to store it. That's what I always do. If I'm using them throughout something, I put them in my pocket because I can always find it. Except the times I forget to put it in my pocket.
Where's it still 100 degrees at? What's this,
there's 100 degrees still in the south. We just got back from Florida. It was actually pretty pleasant. 80, upper 80s. Yeah, I would say that's pleasant for Florida this time of year. Not from Mr. GP, no. He doesn't like it that hot. All right, so any other questions on London Calling? Just shoot in the comments and we will try and answer them. I wanted to remind everybody, tomorrow morning, we are kicking off our Cyber Tent Sale. So we had our tent sale, our in-person tent sale a couple of weeks ago, and so now we're ready to launch whatever is left for our internet customers. So our Cyber Tent sale starts tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. Colleen will kick it off during her 1 Yard Wednesday show. So don't miss it. Don't miss it. It's going to be great. And, you know, we don't have many quantities of some of the things, so you want to make sure you check it out. And even if you can't come and watch the show, there'll be a special banner right on the front of our website where you can click and see everything that we have. 1 yards, 3 yards, bundles, mystery bundles. We have some 108s, panels, yeah, and kits. Remnant bags, scrap bags, all kinds of stuff. Oh, Arizona, 104. Yikes. All right, so, but I got lots of fabrics to show you today, so let's get going on that because it's fun stuff. First off, we have some new 108s that I just wanted to quick show you. We have new colors. Oh, these are new. It's called Vertex. This is by QT Fabrics. I really love the design. And we have 3 colors so far. I believe we're getting more. We have this beautiful dusty blue. We have kind of a tan, or it's called ivory. And then we have a weathered, these are called Vertex Weathered Weave. And this is the gray, kind of a light gray. So these are the 3 Vertex. And then we have this leaf pattern. It's just called Got Your Back. So it's kind of a cool name for backings, wide backs. So a beautiful green, this kind of layered silhouettes of leaves. There's a bird in there. There's a nice one, another kind of a floral, just a tonal floral. And it has kind of these vines and just a little hints of blue. And then last but not least, we have black gears. So something for the more masculine, but really cool textures and all the gears. A little steampunk theme there. So these are some of our new 108s. We always have new stuff coming in. And I'm very excited about a brand new basic line from Lewis and Irene. So these basics are called Dreams, and I'm gonna show you a blue one because that one, so you can see the pattern. So it's kind of like these little clouds, and I'm sure this is gonna be a hit too. The bumbleberries are always so popular, and so this is gonna be our second Lewis and Irene basic. So it's kind of like little clouds with little specks, but kind of modeled print. And we have, I believe, 20 colors. Is it 20 colors? So let me just show you the colors. We have the dark gray, so it's not a pure black, it's dark gray. Actually, I used this one in the London Calling. So this is in the London Calling kit. You'll see our new wraps too. This one I just showed you is called Island Blue. We have some more blues. We have dark blue, bright blue, jade, and then we have sea green. So a little shade differences there. We have purple and lavender. We have lilac, light pink, coral, bright pink. This one is called, it's just red, a nice warm red, orange, and yellow, chartreuse, lime, and bright green. And then we have a gray and a cream. So very excited about these. These are going to be available in 1 yards and just a part of our collection. Of course, will be a part of our quantity discounts for 1 yards. So every time you order any 1 yards, you get a price break if you order 5 or more. And then if you hit 10, you get another price break. So, and you can mix and match. Huh? No, we don't have a bundle with this one. Just 1 yards. It seems to be what people use these the most, I believe. All right, so now let's look at some of our new bundles. I have a small bundle here. It is a 8-piece bundle from QT Fabrics called Blossoms of Blue. And blue colorways are always very popular around here. So we'll start with this beautiful large scale print. Look how pretty that is. Large florals. I love anything from the really super dark midnight to navy to medium blue, bright blue, light blue. It's all the shades of blue are represented here. And so just 8 pieces, so it's great to mix in if you needed more pieces. You can easily mix in some basics, maybe some Color Club. This one is a beautiful lighter blue with the flowers. We have kind of an abstract paisley. Nice movement in this one. And then we have a little polka dot, blue on white here. Moving into the more darker background, we have the paisley again, but with that dark midnight mixed in. And then our stripe is like a rickrack stripe. Very fun there. And another polka dot in the blue. Kind of a medium blue with the dark dots. And then our last piece is the darkest navy floral with kind of those cute little daisies. So this is all just 8 pieces, a great mix. And so here is my fabric pull. I pulled a couple that are the darkest navy. So we have grunge in the true blue. And then I also love this one, the dash flow in the twilight, because it has some of the lighter blue specks with the dark blue. A medium blue is Bumbleberries, bright coastal. So it has layers of the light and the dark. And in the same tone, the canvas in the cobalt. Then we have Moonscape in a light blue. This is Capri. Nice light blue color. And then Crimp in the aqua. Perfect mix with that light color here. And then I threw in a couple of whites that match this tone of white, off-white. I love this So Happy. It's like a white on white, but it still has, it's not pure white. It has actually pins, sewing pins, but it's just very subtle. Or that, or the canvas in the whitewash would be very nice as well. So this is Blossoms of Blue by QT Fabrics. Very nice small bundle. And remember, we list all of our fabric pulls on our blog for after each show, so you can always go there and find the links to all the colors. You don't have to remember them or write them down. Just go to our blog and you'll find it and easily click on the links if you want to add some of those. All right. Next up is another small bundle, and it's just called Cheers. It's this small little beautiful wine themed. I love getting these kind of novelty lines in, smaller ones. It's only a 6-piece bundle, so a great way to make, aprons or little gift bags, bottle gift bags. We actually made a couple. Colleen made a couple bags. So starting with the bottles, and then we have these beautiful textures that kind of mixed in with it. So we have this really great, I don't know what you call it other than Burgundy, Merlot, Cabernet. And then we have the red grapes Really a pretty print. I love the variety of the burgundy, and then there's a little bit of almost fuchsia or violet in here. Every wine fabric has to have some corks. So we have one cork print in here. And then we go with actually kind of a surprising look for usually wine bundles is this beautiful deep blue. Kind of those, those blue grapes that you see. So the dark, dark blue. Love this. This is, when you spill your wine, this is very excessive spilling there. And then the last print, you will have those dark blue grapes. So it's a beautiful, beautiful tone of blue. So just a small pull for this one. I did the burgundies. I chose a moonscape in the burgundy color. And then also a little bit brighter, the deco stitch in the Bourgogne. Just a little bit more bougier way to say burgundy. Yeah. We have for the blues, the Spectrostatic in the navy, or the dry brush dark denim. This was a part of Color Club, so it works out perfectly with these fabrics. And then I included some of the browns. So I did two different thatched. So for the darker one is thatched cocoa, a little bit darker brown. And then the lighter, the thatched and the caramel is like a perfect mix. Perfect match to this background you'll see here. And the corks. For a little accent, I chose some green, of course, with the greenery, either the chalkboard texture in the green or a bumbleberries in the New Forest green. A really nice kind of a medium green color, a little bit of olive tone to it. And then I chose a background a little bit creamy, so it's chalk and charcoal in the linen. So it's not quite white because you want to have a little bit of color because there's no white in here. It's going to make a really nice warm, make table runners, placemats. Great for aprons or our bottle bags. So Colleen made a couple of these bottle bags. This is, of course, a free pattern on our website. And this was an Advent pattern, for our first season of Advent. Really quick and easy, fun gift bags. Here's another one using that bottle print. So these are just perfect for little gifts, hostess gifts. That season's coming up in the fall and winter where at least we here in Minnesota go to gatherings a lot because we're not hanging out outside. So great to bring a little bottle of wine and how perfect personal touch with a little bag. So Cheers is by Clothworks, 6-piece bundle, available in stock now. Oh, hot pads would be really great. Or just like basket liners, little table topper under your wine collection. I always have my wine opener kind of displayed. All right, I have one more bundle for you. This one is called Majestic. And it is 11 different half yards, but there's also a panel. It's by Wyndham Fabrics, and it's really, really artsy and cool. And if you like mountains, this is your jam. So we're starting off with this scenery here. It's beautiful blues. Kind of feels like snow with that white. And then, so it's a mixture of just very subtle prints and then great textures. So these could be mixed in with so many things. So we have this texture print in the light blue. And then we have a little bit darker blue with the trees. I love kind of the almost striped effect here. And then we have a dark navy texture, same texture, but look how nice and dark navy comes in here. Then we go into the greens. A nice sage green with the scenery and a texture to match. Just a beautiful soft green. And then I love this, just a shade difference with a little more contrast, a little darker green, and then we have the dark green trees. So pretty. And then a little bit of neutral, so we have a light gray scene with the trees, with the forest. And another one that has more contrast, a little bit of black coming in, darker gray. And then we finish it off with the darkest texture, kind of a charcoal, almost black on that last piece there. So really, really pretty. And let me show you. So the 12th piece is the panel. I'm going to show you here so you can see the colors, but then I'll show you the whole. So this is like a mountain scene. So here's the bottom of the panel, and it's got all the colors, the greens and the blues and the grays. And then here's the top. You'll see that mountain top. Majestic. Now, I'm not sure if this is supposed to be a certain mountain. I don't know. Anybody recognize it? Mount Rainier? Mount Hood? I don't know. Rainier is in Washington State, but I'm not sure. Let me see if anybody recognizes it. But can you show the whole panel? Did you show it already? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Sorry. I did a poll just with some of the same colors, and I really, really love. I couldn't stop pulling those colors, so this is kind of an excessive pull, but that's okay. Starting with the blues, deco stitch in the indigo sky, kind of on the darker side, and then a moonscape in the marlin. And then for the lighter, I did a moonscape in the starlight and solidish in the cloud. I hope you enjoy my fabric pulls. You can learn so much about color theory and putting stuff together. I think I get a lot of comments on that. So going into the greens, on the lighter side, bumbleberries in the wild sage, and then that crimp in the ivy, which is a nice texture and a great mix here. For the little bit darker greens, deco stitch in the laurel, kind of a medium sagey green. And then the bumbleberries in the deep forest has a little bit more evergreen color to it. If you want more bluish, I love the bumbleberries in the Nordic green. It's kind of a great match with that hue of green. For some of the gray tones, love the seeds in the fog because it has the little bit of white, so it mixes nicely in. For a medium gray, I chose the bedrock and the pebble. This was a part of our color club just in this last one. And then a great one from our mushroom color club, the terrain and the luna for the lightest gray tones. I found a great plaid. If you wanted to add a little plaid, it's the lakefront and the diagonal plaid blue, perfect for a binding. And then if you wanted a stripe, I love this one. The diagonal stripe with a green is really great. If you wanted a little stripe action to it. Now, you know I love to find two bundles that really work together. So I found another one. This is a Northcott called Northern Peaks. Let me just open it up and show you. And these, if you have this one, these would go well together. Let me just move these out of the way to show you how fun it would be to mix, because it has the greens and the browns and the grays. Look, isn't that gorgeous together? And then it has the blue side as well. So just gorgeous to mix these. How fun would that be?
That's gorge.
Yeah. So the original is Majestic, and then we have a few in stock still of the Northern Peaks. So pretty for anybody that loves mountains, lives near the mountains, or just has It's perfect for cabins. Oh, I just love it.
What quilt?
Oh boy, you always ask me that, and I
Yep.
could say any of my patterns would work great. I think, you know, Sammy would be great. There's so many good ones. Just
Sammy.
really great textures.
Sammy, everybody. Sammy.
The one behind you could work great too. Trixie.
Trixie, everybody. Trixie.
All right. Any questions? Let me know. There's a bear. Yeah, there's a bear in one of the northern peaks. Just one of the prints. All right. Remember Colleen's show tomorrow, 1 Yard Wednesday, tomorrow morning, 9:30, kicking off our Cyber Tent Sale. And I'm going to finish it off with a giveaway question. What quilting technique are you eager to try? All you got to do is answer this question in the comment. You're automatically entered for our giveaway, which we will announce next show. $25 gift card up for grabs. But we will be live this coming Friday. That's going to be September 29th. Ooh, September almost done.
Wow.
That's going to be at 12 p.m. Central, a Happy Friday show. And the next Tipsy Tuesday will be a week from today. It's going to be October 3rd at 4 p.m. Central Time. Now, those of you that are doing our class packs, look out for a new video in the morning. We're excited about the last part of Velocity, so we'll start seeing some wonderful Velocity quilts come to life. So I'm excited about that. But that's it for us tonight. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening and a wonderful week, and we'll see you Friday. Well, hopefully tomorrow morning, too. Bye, everybody.
You sure you want to say goodbye? Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay, bye.